Hey everybody, and welcome to the Monday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. What a weekend we had. We had the snow, we had the sleet, we had the freezing rain, and then we had the cold and the lingering flurry machine across the region. The flurries just never seem to want to go away over the last couple of days. Thankfully, did not amount to much additional snow across the area today. The sky was clear enough for long enough last night that we had our coldest night in quite some time. 7 at the airport. That was our coldest temperature since the first week of March last year. Almost 10 months since we've had temperatures that cold. It was a little bit milder, quote unquote, off to our west where the lake effect clouds kept temperatures from kind of bottoming out over towards I-77. So yeah, bitterly cold start to the day today, and we've had these incessant flurries, and occasionally a little snow shower will dust the ground. But we did not have anything today like we had back on this date in 1985, the famous Reagan inaugural Arctic outbreak across the eastern U.S., forcing the second inauguration for Reagan, to be moved indoors because it was just cold outside. Here locally, we had a high temperature of 5 below zero. Our low this day was 20 below zero. These are some of the coldest temperatures on the high end and the low end on record here in our area. So that was a brutal Arctic blitz back in 1985. All right, 6-hour radar loop this evening showing our flurries kind of diminishing in coverage. As we've gotten past sunset, there's going to be some renegade snowflakes here and there tonight, but nothing of note. There is very little ice on the Great Lakes right now, including, most importantly to us, Lake Erie. It's just the western end of the basin, which is the shallow end of the basin. Just a little bit of ice out here. It's real thin. It's hardly anything. So the lakes are wide open for business. When we get pure Arctic air moving across the lakes, you can pick up a lot of moisture still, even though the temperatures, the water temperatures are not what they were back in November. You can still pick up enough moisture to deposit a fair amount of lake effect snow. And they had, while we just had pretty much inconsequential flurries in most of our area today, there were several additional inches of snow out towards Cleveland and down into the Akron area earlier on today. Mix of sun and clouds for your Tuesday. Now, it's going to be a frigid start to the day, but the afternoon will be decent for this time of the year. And then we've got a pretty nice day coming up on Wednesday. I think we'll start with wall-to-wall sunshine and just some high, thin clouds moving in for the afternoon. Those clouds will continue to thicken a little bit on Thursday. Kind of a milky-looking sky, if you will, on Thursday with that veil of high clouds masking the sun a little bit. But temperatures will continue to trend up. We're talking 30s on Wednesday and probably into the 40s on Thursday. And a quick look at the longer range here. The weekend into next week, it doesn't look like a real cold pattern. It doesn't look like the blowtorch that we've had at times during January, but it really does not look like a very cold pattern by January standards at all. I've got middle 30s in the forecast for the weekend into early next week. So yes, this will all come out in the wash as warmer than average. Averages, of course, are pretty low at this time of the year. And here's the 8 to 14 day outlook showing very little change. Now, do we have any big ticket snow events coming our way anytime real soon? I think the answer to that is probably no. I think this system coming this coming weekend will bring some rain showers late on Friday into Friday night, and probably some rain and wet snow showers at times on Saturday, but nothing of note, nothing like we just dealt with this past weekend. Short video tonight. I've got a lot on my plate from a technical perspective of this evening. You may notice a little bit of different look to this title screen today. We just installed brand new computers that are running a different operating system, and I have to reinstall a bunch of stuff, and I've got a busy evening ahead of me. Thankfully, the weather is nice and quiet this week, so I have a chance to reinstall a lot of this stuff and kind of get us back to square one. But in the meantime, hope you like the new look here. I'll try to change the background occasionally on this video. And thank you, as always, for watching the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast. I'll see you back here on Tuesday.